What's up guys, Wallen Customs here, and today we are taking a look at the Overwatch Ultimate Reinhardt. One of the many Overwatch figures I got a while back, but I never opened it. But I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have been picking this up lately because of the whole big sale at GameStop. But yeah, I thought it was time to open them up. Here's the back, big giant gigantic box. Let's open them up. Alright, so here is Reinhardt out of the box. I hope I'm saying that right. I think I am. But he is fantastic looking, man. Look at all the accessories. Look at this shield right here. If you guys don't play the game, this is one of the shields that come out from him. I literally bought all the figures first before I even played the game because I was just so interested in the characters themselves. Like Soldier 76, I thought he was so cool. I bought him, I saw him, I bought him. I saw the girl, I bought her. And then I bought the game, and then I started playing them, so I understand more of their weaponry. But here he is. Other than that, looks pretty cool. He does come with a normal shield over here, and it actually pegs in to the side of the arm, which is pretty cool. It actually has a nice like line looking design on it, which is really nicely detailed. And this one goes right into there, which is cool. And next up we do get his humongous hammer, which is fantastic. It actually has some nice weight to it too. Almost pretty much a little bit taller than him as well, which is great. It does fit into his arm right here. You have to kind of finagle it in a little bit. Like that. And he could stand. It does have some weight to it, so you kind of have to lean him back a little bit, which is not horrible, but if you actually balance it out a little bit better, you shouldn't have a problem. And it's nice and heavy, but his joints pretty much, for the most part, can hold the weight pretty well, which is good. And of course, if you want to, you could have him holding in both hands. The staff of the hammer is actually really thick, but it's actually not like cheap. It's pretty good quality, so the hands are pretty big. You just have to kind of like slide them in there, but they will fit. You just gotta use some force to get them in there. But quickly looking back at the hammer itself, it is really good. Nice detail. It has some weathering in it as well. Back here you do have some like turbines right here, so when he actually in the game, when he swings it, it kind of has like a whatever you want to call that, fire coming out of it to propel it forward. But overall looks pretty good. Next up you do get his big gigantic shield right here, and you do have some clips right here that you could kind of put in the bottom, so you could have it standing up straight if you do it correctly. There you go. There you go. So that's pretty cool. I do like that little touch right there. In the middle right here at the cross, you could put the other shield in there if you want to as a design. It looks pretty nice, right? And of course in the back right here there is another peg, so you could actually just stick this onto his arm, but it works. It's not bad. You just have to kind of angle his arm. It's humongous, the shield. So yeah, it is what it is, but it's kind of ridiculous. But it's still pretty cool, I have to admit. I like how he had this humongous shield right there. Alright, now let's take a look at Reinhardt himself. He looks fantastic looking, man. So much detail in this guy. He is humongous. He is huge. Armored up. All the detail, the paintwork on this. I love the silver on this as well. The silver on it looks fantastic. Has a marbling look, really good and shiny. There are some accents in the paint like red and yellow, which is fantastic. Not too much, just enough to kind of stand out a little bit more in the right places in my opinion. But yeah, he looks really good. Everything about him, I like the dark gray and the silver armor kind of complementing each other. Looks really nice. Alright, for a quick size comparison time, so here he is with an Overwatch figure and Soldier 76. And here's a standard Marvel Legends Spider-Man figure right there. And for a fun size comparison, here he is with Batman in his armor, and here is the Justice Buster. Big figure himself. This is also a pretty hefty figure. I don't think it is as big as it should be from the video game, but it still is a pretty big, decent size, girthy figure, to be honest, so it's not that bad. And from the size comparison, here he is with the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Rhino and the Red Hulk. And I feel like this video, or this perspective, doesn't do good justice for him, because he actually is pretty wide. He doesn't look that wide compared to these two on the video. Maybe if I just go side by side like this. Like, he is pretty wide of a figure. Definitely is pretty big. I think it's the shoulder pads really that really make him look humongous. But hey, it's part of him. And to round out the size comparisons, of course, we have Captain America, another 6-inch figure, and the greatest WWE champion of all time, Brock Lesnar. Alright, so let's get into articulation really quickly. You know, for a big, bulky guy of armor, it's pretty decent. There's a difference between a big, bulky figure and a big, bulky armored figure. And this is pretty decent. The ball jointed head right here, it goes up, not that much, really. It's pretty much just stands straight. But it does go down pretty significantly, which is pretty good. It looks like it's on a ball joint, a double ball joint, maybe one in the head and one in the base of the neck. But it does go left and right. Pivots pretty good too. You can see it right there, so that's pretty nice. The shoulder pads itself are on hinges, so you could actually bring them in and out like this to get some more movement, or just posing differently like that. Other than that, these shoulders on hinge joints are rotates. They go all the way around, no problems there. They go out about that far, which is fantastic. They go forward, bicep swivel right there, which is nice. It has one joint at the elbow, which is almost 90 degrees. It's pretty decent. Like I said, a bulky figure with armor. That's pretty good. At the wrist right here, he does have a hinge joint. It's on a swivel as well, so you do have some movement, which is pretty nice. It does fold in a little bit, so you do have that. As for the body right here, he does have a ball joint, it seems like, or maybe some kind of diaphragm joint, but it does swivel left and right pretty nicely. Forward and back, not the greatest, so you're a little bit limited in that, but I think the swivel was really nice though. Alright, so going down to the hips right here, you do have this little flap right here in front of the armor that moves up at the crotch area, so you do have that, which is pretty nice. Other than that, the regular hips are on T-jointed hips, looks like, almost like ball joints. They go about that far, not the greatest because the armor is in the way, but if you do kind of angle it to the side, you do get it up a little bit higher, which is not bad. I'll take that. Nothing on the splits, pretty restricted right there, but he does have a thigh swivel right here, which is nice. At the knees, he does actually have two joints at the knees right here, one there and one there, so you do get some kind of articulation out of that, which isn't that bad. And then coming down right here to the ankles, he does have a pivot, which is nice, and it does swivel forward and back, so it's pretty decent. So articulation overall is pretty good. I'm not going to say it's the greatest, but for a big armored figure, it's not bad at all. So like I said before, you could also put his hammer in both of his hands, so you get him in a nice swinging pose, so that's pretty nice. Alright guys, so what do you guys think about this figure? You know, like I said before, I got this figure before I even played the game. I thought he just looks really cool. I mean, you could obviously get him for the game, you get him for your fantasy figures, whatever you want to do. He's a cool looking knight, he's humongous, he's big, awesome looking armor. I love the coloring. Like I said before, most of the silver, it has a marbling look to it, so it's pretty nice and shiny, reflects great. Just really cool, you know, menacing also. But yeah, that's about it guys. I hope you guys liked the video. I know this is a old figure, but I just wanted to review it and open him up finally. And I actually like him a lot. So that's about it guys. Thank you for watching. Like always, comment, criticize, subscribe, do whatever you want to pay attention. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Peace!